I don't remember what I ordered with it. Here, let's check. Limited run. Pre-order confirmation. Okay, so I ordered the S&K nostalgia, or not an S&K. I'm so used to saying his fucking name. The S&K versus Capcom collection. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm so used to saying S&K nostalgia, bro. I'm not even like thinking about the game title. But yeah, I ordered the S&K nostalgia. Fuck, I'm about to do it again. The S&K collection with the fucking Lollipop Chainsaw copies. So that's what I'm waiting for. Fuck, man. It's like a fucking, you know, just mentally ingrained thing. Because, like, I've never used the term S&K on anything else before, so... It's not really a common phrase, you know? It'd be like if somebody used the term Oski, I would default to Oski Woski probably just by, you know, muscle memory in a sense. So it's just like certain phrases you don't really use outside of that context. I bought the collection for PS5 and Nintendo Switch, so... I'm just buying, like, every once in a while whenever there's, like, a high-profile, you know, limited run release. I'll just buy it and then hold on to it. If it goes up in price, great, I'll cash out. But, you know, I made some decent money doing that. Like, the Persona games, when they reprinted Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden for Nintendo Switch and PlayStation, they were, like, 30 or 40 bucks, and they sold for $90 immediately. So... I made some nice money on those. So if you pre-order it and just, you know, wait for it to show up, you can make some money. And I love money. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, this map is way too big. I can't find anyone. Yeah, I looked too long to die from a fucking grenade. Fuck. Come slut. Dude, a lot of these maps are just fucking ass. Like this one. Ah, shit, blast shield. fuck. Shook. Oh. Oh, wow. I didn't even fucking see that guy. Jesus. This is such a fun match, bro. Literally just running around trying to find people. Ah, fuck. Bro, this match absolutely fucking sucks. Can we find anybody within like 20 fucking seconds? There we go. There's a few people. Oh shit. A fucking guy on his belly like a fucking homo. Taking it up the ass, munching on his pillow. Just laying down on his fucking stomach where he belongs. It's just like, why do people play like that? Like, bro, you're not gonna go pro. You're fucking pub stomping and team deathmatch. Quit being a massive fucking vag. And get off your fucking stomach. You may want a vagina, but you're only acting like one. Alright, so let's see. Daryl's on the 2. Even my queen, Mia Khalifa, can be freaky. Well, considering she's had, you know, 9 inches inside of her scratched on the regular, I'd say so. Slick Rick with a 5. Want to check on Act Man. Apparently, Black Ops 6 campaign traumatized him. Worth a look. If it's like an hour video, I'm not going to watch it, but we can maybe watch some of it. Let me see. I don't really care about Actman's opinion on video games, to be completely honest. He's not very interesting at all. Alright, we can watch part of it. I don't really want to watch 30 minutes about the COD campaign. I've already lived it. Emmanuel with the 10. Timeout. Crytex. He's a jobless 22-year-old that's been saving up a PS5 for the last 4 years. Oh my god. Alright, let me see. Is he in the chat? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let me go forward. Let's see. I don't know if Crisis 3 is on PS5 or not. Did they ever port it to the PS4? Because if not, then I don't think so. I loved Shadow Generation. It was alright. I don't think it was anything amazing, but it was fine. I'm not really a huge Sonic fan, to be honest, but it was okay. I didn't dislike it. The only Crysis game I liked was Crysis 2. I tried to play Crysis 3 back in the day and I never really got into it. It was too stealthy, if I remember correctly. Nope, Shadow did not pick up a gun. Therefore, it is the inferior Shadow the Hedgehog experience. The PS2 game is still the definitive one. But we did get to see his Aryan Queen, so I guess that's fine. And we learned that Shadow is fighting to preserve the future of the white race. Oh. All right, I think we're good. Y'all hear me? I don't know what the fuck just happened. That was YouTube, so I have no clue, man. I type really fast? Well, Britt, that's because I don't have half a functioning brain. Nah, like the internet just like flashed, but it was only on certain tabs, which is what's weird. Is Call of Duty down? Nope. Alright. There we go. I don't know what happened, man. Because, like, my music didn't go out. The stream dashboard didn't go down, but OBS lost connection and Call of Duty lost connection. I don't know. That was weird. 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 Tis strange. Yeah, something like that. Just like life, am I right? Life is strange for sure. Oh, great. Now this is glitched. Zero out of 100. Nice. Yeah, they're going after MAGA streamers, dude. They're like, fuck you for getting Trump elected, you little bitch. We wanted our first black female president. $200 mozzarellas from Griffin? Bro.
I can't afford this shit!
That shit ain't cheap. That's what I've noticed lately is cheese has gotten really expensive, which is kind of a weird thing to point out, but I went and bought some because I made chili. So I like to put some cheese in there, and I was like, damn, man. It's gotten kind of pricey. Stop saying weird. Why, Britt, does it sound weird? What kind of cheese? I like to buy like the block of sharp cheddar and like just shave off a few pieces to lay on top so that it melts into the chili. I'm a liar? Yeah, you're right. I put American cheese on top of it. Kraft singles, baby. Let's go. But yeah, chili is really good if you make it right. Like, I did like a packet of bacon that I chopped up into small pieces. Then I used the bacon grease to caramelize my onions while grinding in my favorite JRPG on my Steam Deck. Then I put the onions in the pot. Then I cooked 2 like packages of ground beef. So it was like, I think 3 or 4 pounds. And then I dumped like 4 cans of like black beans into the pot, and then added just like the chili season packets, a bunch of sriracha, some cumin, and some more like chili powder. But yeah, it turns out pretty good. It's pretty easy to make. It's just kind of time consuming if you do it slow like that. Nah, I like my beans like I like my men. Big and black. Do I also make fried chicken and grape Kool-Aid? Nope, sorry, Britt. So, unfortunately, your favorite items are not on the menu. Griffin makes fried chicken with G Fuel. That's right. I dip them in the batter and then coat them in G Fuel instead of flour. Bro, that would be so gross. That would be so fucking gross. Nah, Brit's not racist, dude. It's like Riley Reid, you know? After a certain point, they get to say the N-word. If you catch my drift. I'm not suggesting a thing, I'm stating it. I'm stating it with malicious intent. Dude, there's people that, yeah, the Mountain Dew fried chicken. I forgot the other thing, too. Someone, like, cooked an entire... Oh, fuck. They used Mountain Dew to cook with something. It was gross looking. I don't know, dude. I can't do that fucking slob food. Or, like, Coca-Cola chickens and other thing. It would, like, ugh, dude. I don't get it. It's like, why? Yeah, I guess it's the poor person's wine. I don't know. That shit's disgusting. It's just a culture, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, shit, let me get some of that Coca-Cola chicken and some cornbread. Yeah, it is kind of sad because Southern food is really good, but holy fuck, you will become the fattest motherfucker if you eat that shit constantly. Like, Southern food's really good, but you'll become a fucking massive fatty. Mix Coca-Cola in the cornbread. Hell yeah. Who needs water when you can just put Coke in there? Mmm. My god. How the fuck did I not kill that guy? Nah, I don't really eat that anymore. I just eat meat. So I don't eat like bready shit or any like rice or noodles or things like that. Or potato. Well, potatoes aren't bad. It's just like mashed potatoes with like fucking, you know, butter and all that shit added to them. It's bad. But I don't really eat any of that stuff. Like today, I went to the grocery store early this morning because I woke up because I actually, you know, got a little bit more sleep than normal. And I went and got like some bacon and eggs from like the hot bar there. So that's what I have for breakfast. And then for lunch / dinner, all I had was a bowl of chili. So pretty healthy, all things considered. But yeah, I don't really eat breads or anything anymore. Or rice or noodles or any of that type of shit. I'll have them occasionally, but not very often. The Melanie Mac diet? Nah, I do not look that skinny, bro. Holy shit. I'm not eating butter like a popsicle. Put Coca-Cola with the bacon and eggs? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, the only time I have rice nowadays is if I get like the poke bowls. That's about it. Which even then I order them with light rice and then like lettuce, so I don't really have that much even when I have those. Yeah, Tipster giving health advice to Melanie is pretty fucking crazy. Considering Melanie Mac's body weight is probably what Tipster, you know, passes through his intestines in a week. Bruh, that's a thought. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Griffin on the Trump diet? I don't like Filet-O-Fish and I've never had a Big Mac, so no. I'm not on the Trump diet. Also, I don't like KFC, so I can't do it, bro. Trump's built different. Trump is a different animal, dude. He obviously has a really good metabolism. I do not. unfortunately. As much as I wish that were the case where I could just eat whatever the fuck I wanted to and not gain any weight like a lot of other people can. Unfortunately, that is not the case.
What the fuck's going on out there? Tighten up and show some spine.
Yeah, if I lived in the South, bro, my name would be Bubba Gaming. And I'd be like, damn, I gotta get me 2 gaming chairs to weld together. So that way I could sit. Because, like, dude, the amount of buffets in the South is, like, crazy. That's the other bad thing about Southern food, too, is they love buffets. Like, everywhere has a fucking buffet, man. It's like, damn. And it's, like, really good food, too. So you're like, shit. I haven't been to a buffet in forever. Although I haven't been out to eat in forever, so it's not really a great, I guess, metric, but yeah, I haven't been to a buffet in probably like 6-7 years at least. Last time was probably when I was in undergrad at like one of the dining halls. It was a buffet, but it wasn't very good. Yeah, my mom hated Golden Corral, so I never really got to go. My dad liked it, but she hated it, so we never really went. The only times I ever really went to Golden Corral was like if we went on a school field trip. For whatever reason, they would take us there sometimes.
We've taken control.
And I remember witnessing They Culture for one of the first times. And one of the people there took out like this massive garbage bag and held it up underneath the soft serve machine and just started dumping it in to like this big, not like a full-size garbage bag, but about like one of those that you would put in like a medium-sized trash can. And they were filling up the garbage bag with ice cream, and then they put it inside of a backpack and then left. So, yeah, that was a day culture moment that I remember at a young age. It's like, really? I mean, that's why we can't live in a high-trust society, man, because of people like that. It's like, Jesus, dude. It was like a 350-pound LaShaniqua and her, like, morbidly obese kids. That's who it was.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
What do I mean? People like that? People who just can't fucking, you know, not take things for granted. Like, you go to a buffet, and then you bring a fucking massive bag to just, like, empty the fucking ice cream machine into. Like, that's not what you're supposed to do when you go to a buffet. So those are the type of people that abuse shit that ruin it for everybody else. That's what I'm talking about. People who just take advantage of everything and then ruin things for everyone else. And it's gonna, well, yeah, dude, again, they're not very intelligent. They're 350 pounds and they were morbidly obese kids. So I imagine the IQ between the three of them is probably not even close to cracking like 2 to 3. Maybe like 200, definitely not 3. It may crack 200, but that might be pushing it. Because when you're that fucking fat, you have a, like, you're actually unintelligent. Your brain does not think properly when you're fucking huge. If you're over 300 pounds, your brain is, like, incapable of thinking properly. That's, like, a fact. Especially if you're eating a bunch of greasy and fatty foods all the time. It inhibits your brain's ability to think. Yeah, and then there's the people who bring, like, the fucking bag and they, like, line it with saran wrap or whatever, and then they just take a bunch of plates and dump it in the bag so then they can take home a bunch of food. Like, there's those people, too. I don't know, man. It's just really sad. You know, people just take everything, you know, and ruin it, basically. You can't have nice things. A low-trust society, unfortunately. It's like that one video of the buffet in Vegas. Have you guys seen that? Where it's like, it's one lobster per person and the guy takes like 17 back to his table and doesn't even eat half of it and then throws the rest away. It's like, that's the type of shit. It's like one at a time so they don't waste it. And it's like, yeah, people are just, you know, disgusting, fat, wasteful slobs. You know, they just ruin everything for everybody else. So now everybody else who went to that buffet can't have a fucking lobster when they want one because there's not any left. And what do you do with them? You eat half of it and then throw the rest away. Because why? Because I can. And it's just like such a fucking disgusting mentality, man. It really is. It's low IQ behavior. What the fuck happened? I like phased through the door. Shit, I almost said all three. Oh, come on, seriously? Damn. I'm getting chipped, man. fuck. Dude, I'm doing terrible. This map fucking sucks dick, but still. Oh, come the fuck. Really? Me of all people. They're just trying to rub it in at this point. They're like, yeah, suck a fucking cock. You already hate this map. Now you're gonna do terrible too. Yeah, it's like Chick-fil-A. Like, they used to have all the sauces out, but they started, you know, putting them behind the counter because people used to just take armfuls of them and take them home. So it's like, you can't, it's just sad, man, really. It really is fucking sad. Like, everybody else has to suffer because of the actions of a bunch of selfish fucking degenerates that ruin everything. Because they have to fucking steal everything they see. Or they have to take it because it's free. And it's like, it's just pathetic, bro. Honestly. It's low class, low IQ behavior. Like, you could have 900 people that do the fucking right thing, and then one person fucks it up for everybody. Oh, cool. I got to level 3. Bro, this game is fucking busted. I don't know what the hell is going on with it. Alright. Let's back out. I wouldn't even say that's a, like, fat ass mentality. It's just selfish. It's a selfish, entitled, greedy mentality. That's it. It's greed, basically, and gluttony. Like, you don't need 700 fucking sauce packets. You're just taking them because you can. So,
on the 7th of November, Mario and Luigi Brothership drops. Looks fun. This is a long-running RPG series. It's mostly been on handhelds, but it's actually coming to the Switch now. You'll be able to play it on your TV, and I think it looks fun. And if you look at the reviews for it, they're pretty positive. Looking at it right here, 58 critic reviews out right now. It's sitting at an 80, which I think is pretty good. It might go up, it might go down. I'd say reviews will probably keep dropping over the next couple of days as people try to get their reviews out before the game comes out. But a lot of reviews in here. There's even a 100, 95, 93. Oh, look, a subsidiary of IGN gave it a 90. That's an important number for you to remember. Nintendo Life likes it, I believe. Doesn't IGN's parent company own them as well? 90. Sector, 90. The Gamer gave it a 90. Kind of surprised. Shack News, a 90. My Nintendo News, a 90. And on and on and on. Now, there's a couple bad reviews in here, right? But the worst one that I've seen so far comes from IGN. IGN gave it a 5. So IGN is saying that Dustborn is a better game than Mario and Luigi Brothership. Now,
who knows? It could be.
They're getting wrecked over this. Big time. This is real. This is the actual review here. And they trashed the game, or at least the guy who wrote this trashed the game. He's real hard on it. The verdict, Mario and Luigi Brothership is an incredibly disappointing return for an RPG series that I've always loved. Apart from the combat, it fundamentally misunderstands its own past success and completely fumbles Luigi's role in puzzle solving and exploration by making him more of a pain than a partner.
That isn't completely far off. The puzzles are weak as shit. They're not even really puzzles, but...
The story is simplistic and unoriginal. Its attempts at humor fall flat, and the overly chatty writing holds your hand to a ridiculous degree. It's not as old as that.
That is kind of true, too. but
the excellent
it's not
flashy
a 5.
turn-based battles are some of the best this series has ever had, but even those somehow managed to wear thin as the repetitive final act crawls across the finish line of this roughly 34-hour campaign, which suffers from surprisingly bad performance issues nearly the entire time. The Switch has been home to many triumphant revivals for Nintendo, but the
thing is yeah, the puzzles are weak. They're not really even puzzles. The hand-holdy nature of the game is definitely 100%, I guess, a valid critique, but it is not a fucking 5. Bro, a 5? Really? Like, that's an IGN 5, not my 5. A 5 for me is like average, and IGN 5 is like bad. So I strongly disagree with that.
Mario and Luigi series has sadly missed the boat. So don't forget, they gave Dragon Age of the Veilguard a 9 out of 10. You're going to tell me that this game...
And they gave Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble an 8. Mario Party Jamboree a 9. Yeah, this is not a 5, dude. This is like maybe... On an IGN scale, I would say it's probably an 8, personally. On my scale, I'd probably give it like a 7 so far.
Falls flat, but a game that has series where you come out to your family and do push-ups for misgendering somebody is a 9 out of 10. Get out of here. The guy even says that the game disrespects your time. You think my time was respected during Dustborn?
Final Third is a complete...
Did this guy review Dustborn? All right, this is the issue I have with people comparing IGN reviews. Okay? The same people do not review every single game. So unless he is... All right, let's check. I'm going to check. Because this is something I can't fucking stand when people go, well, this, they gave it a fucking 10. It's like, did they or did somebody else? Because there's a huge difference. Let's see. Games, reviews, all reviews. There we go.
Yeah. If you've been living...
Let's see. So Logan Plant. Reviews. So he gave Mario Party Jamboree a 9. He gave 1,000 Year Door a what? So he did not review Dustborn. He's their Nintendo reviewer, it seems like. Let's see. What'd they give it? Oh, 9.1. There you go. So he gave that a 9. Princess Peach Showtime. Let's see. A 7. So yeah, this is just their Nintendo reviewer. This guy did not review Dragon Age or Dustborn, so that's not really a fair comparison. If he reviewed Dragon Age and gave it like a fucking 10 and then gave this a 5, then sure, you might have a point, but you can't like directly compare two different reviewers' reviews. Like, I can't say like, oh, well, fucking Dreamcast guy gave this game a fucking 10 and then Shillup gave it a 7. Like, those are two different people, you know? I don't know, bro. That's like very... This is the issue with just like blanket rage. But whatever.
Slog that adds nothing of substance beyond retreading the mediocre exploration and puzzle solving of the first 20+ hours. Brothership kept stringing me along and running in circles to the point where I felt like it was actively disrespecting my time. I would
So my time is more respected during Dustborn. Right.
That's such a fucking straw man, dude. The guy didn't review Dustborn. Like, I don't know, bro. This is the type of shit where it's irritating. It's like, you can criticize the review and say, like, no, the game doesn't do that. But this guy hasn't played the game. He's just fucking rage baiting, basically.
Right. A game that you run around talking about triggering people and shit. It's insane. Insane. So they're getting tore up in the comments over here. This is what Dragon Age is, yet it has a 9. Here's Savvy saying, you think Dragon Age is good writing? I don't believe you for this.
The same people did not review the game. Holy fuck, dude. I just...
Rating. You sold your soul.
This is like literally an IQ check. Honestly. This is an IQ check. Can people have the slightest amount of intelligence to understand that just because it's an IGN review, it doesn't mean the same person reviews every single game. IGN is not a person. I don't fucking know, dude. It's just, this is literally an IQ check moment. And every motherfucker raging about this is failing.
For a couple of shekels, and what did it earn you? Some Twitter engagement? People saying that if Mario was non-binary, it would get a 9. If Mario came out, so if Luigi came out of the closet and told Mario he was gay in this game, I bet you it'd be a 10 out of 10. I bet you it would be a 10 out of 10. Yeah, it even says it right here. Cool Master Manga says, if Luigi had came out as gay, this would have been a 9 or a 10. I highly doubt this series is a 5. Yeah,
I disagree that it's a 5, but comparing it to other reviews that this guy didn't even have a part in is stupid.
I don't think it's a 5. I'm going to buy this game. Now, I was kind of on the fence about it.
Wait, you don't think it's a 5 and you haven't even played it? Oh my god. Yep, this is the current state of these type of fucking channels, man. They don't even play games. They don't. They just fucking sit here and rage. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. It's just...
Because I've never really played these games, but I think I'm going to buy it now for sure, because if they're giving it a 5, it must be a masterpiece.
Yeah, this is the modern gaming channel. I haven't played it, but yeah, it's not a 5.
This one, look at IGN Middle East. I don't know if this is probably not real. But still, really funny. That Concord joke in its funeral really hurts you, huh? Wouldn't be the same if Mario was non-binary and Luigi was a furry. Yeah, I agree. I mean, this shit's
just cringe. I don't know, bro. It's just...
They would have given this game a much better review if it had that kind of stuff in it. I guarantee.
Talk about what's actually in the review. Stop, like, fucking creating all this shit that doesn't exist. I don't like that type of stuff, personally, but... whatever.
Yeah, they would have. Those kinds of things boost up a score at a place like IGN. So they're getting roasted. The IGN review over on their channel, not the website where you can actually see the scores, it's getting ratioed. I imagine that's going to continue and get worse over time. And, just
we really showed them, guys.
More backlash for IGN. Some of the worst reviews ever for the past, at least not ever, because IGN actually used to be pretty good. They used to be good a couple of years.
Not really. IGN's always been home of slop reviews.
Years ago. Back when, like, Colin Moriarty was there, and they did that PlayStation Beyond podcast, like, even Greg Miller was pretty tolerable back then. Not anymore.
No. Greg Miller was never tolerable.
That was when IGN was, like, really good. Now they're just totally shit. They've fallen completely off a cliff. They're no better than a Polygon or a Kotaku. And this is really good proof of that. What a joke. What a joke. You're telling me this game is worse than Dustborn. I don't think so. And like I said, all the other sites, like, this game is sitting at an 80 on Metacritic. Okay,
so
lots of really good reviews from other outlets, but somehow IGN calls it shit. So they're getting a lot of backlash for this, and
they didn't say it was shit. They said it was mediocre, but whatever.
I can see how it's warranted. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Will you be playing this game? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Yeah, this was fucking retarded. All right, we'll watch part of this. I'm not watching the full thing. Here, we'll just go. Oh, he does it by fucking individual mission. This is gonna be bad.
So fucking excited. What you boys think? Hardened or veteran? Veteran, you're a pro gamer. That's all I need to hear. Fuck it, we do veteran, boys. Let's go.
You will regret.
He's got the red name. He's a bad guy now.
AJ, you want to take his mouth shut for me?
No.
Oh, it's just a... Yeah, I'm not watching. This is a Let's Play. Nope. I'm not watching a Let's Play. No, thank you.
But you know what? Your boss can fucking suck dicks in an Olive Garden bathroom. This has been Dreamcast guy saying keep playing Dreamcast and avoid the GameStops of the world because Amazon does it better.
Griffin is... No, I don't want to watch a Let's Play of a campaign.
What's up, gamers? Dreamcast guy here, and today we're going to talk about...
I don't want to watch someone play a campaign I already played. There's no point. All right, let's see. So... Are games getting too big? Alright, let's watch this. Let's hear Dreamcast guy backtrack on every single take he's had about modern games.
Hey there gamers, Dreamcast Guy here, and today we're talking about video games just in general. I want to discuss the state of the industry, but specifically this interesting pushback I've seen from certain developers about the idea that video games are getting too big. And I wanted to talk about this because I've seen a lot of people chiming in on it, and I feel like size isn't the problem.
It's how you use it.
It's quality.
Oh, fuck. He had an opportunity. Come on, bro. That was like the perfect... size is not the problem. It's how you use it. That's what I would have said, man. I would have said size is not the problem. It's how you use it. That would have been the awesome, like, mic drop moment of the video. Come on, dude.
But let's discuss. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, before we actually dig into the numbers and the meat and potatoes, I want to start this off with a singular digit. 14,500. This is...
That's not a digit. Bro, a digit would be 1 or 2 or 7. A digit is a singular number. Come on, bro. Dude. Remember what Dreamcast Guy said he had, like, the most elite vocabulary? I don't know, man. I don't think I could trust him anymore.
A singular digit. 14,500. This is the amount of...
That's 5 digits, but all right.
Games that were released in just 2023. Let that number sink in. 14,500.
Yeah, but those are all garbage. That's all junk.
This is an astronomical digit. And let's face it, 99.9% of those games are probably AI slop and asset flips and glitchy broken games that are being sold for $1 to try and scam somebody, right? But I do feel like that number is indicative of the problem of the game industry right now.
Nope.
We're experiencing an interesting bloat where gaming in general, I'll still die on this hill. I think games are getting better. There's a lot more crap.
No, they're not getting better. I mean, certain games are getting better. Like, you know, obviously Game of the Year 2024, Final Fantasy Rebirth, or something like Space Marine 2, or a game like Stellar Blade. Those games are getting better, but shit like God of War, trash. Last of Us, trash. Games like Ghost of Tsushima, trash. Death Stranding, trash. Ubisoft, trash. So, no. There are a few games that are better than, I guess, others in their genres, but they're few and far between. I think gaming as a whole is getting worse, personally.
Crap than there used to be, but additionally, the experiences that actually stand out, that actually try, the passionate developers are pouring more effort than ever into their masterpieces, but...
No, they're not. They're making movies. They're not making games anymore, bro.
This 14,000 games, I feel like the industry is starting to get drugged down by just the piles of garbage that people have to look through in order to find something good to play.
No, the problem is not that.
Now, a major inspiration for this is I just saw people over on the gaming subreddit discussing that Square Enix stock price is plummeting. It's gone down almost 27% in just the last couple months. Now, people...
That's not what the headline says, but all right.
People are discussing the fact that Square Enix is releasing a lot of good games. I mean, back to back. Things like the Tactics Ogre remake, obviously Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the music game Final Bar Line. I mean, obviously, Square Enix is working hard. But one of the things they put out just this year that for some reason they kind of botched was Visions of Mana. Now, this is a good game, but there's a good chance you haven't heard of it, and it definitely didn't sell well because they didn't put it on Nintendo Switch. Now, I think a bad move that Square Enix is doing right now is they're definitely betting everything on PlayStation. Now,
well, they have to. They can't put stuff on the Switch. So the thing is with the game Visions of Mana, there is no way that game's running on the Switch. They have to wait for the Switch 2. There is going to be a mass porting like we have never seen before from Japanese devs to get their games on the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2 will probably have one of the most stacked launch window lineups of third-party ports we have ever seen in the history of Nintendo. Hands down, because the Switch is just incapable of running modern console games. So if the Switch 2 is halfway competent as a modern gaming machine, all these games from the PS4 and early PS5 generation are going to flood that system like a fucking avalanche, basically. I don't know, man. It's going to be a mass influx, especially of Japanese games who, you know, have been desperate to get their shit on Nintendo because Nintendo's the dominant platform in Japan.
It's no secret, I definitely love gaming on PlayStation, but even as a person that has a PS5 Pro who has been playing it very late into the night, you can't bet everything on one system. At least at this point, it seems like a bad move to attempt that. Now, in this case, it is an interesting predicament because we don't know the exact intricacies of it, but it does seem like, to some degree, Square Enix is getting helped with development by Sony. Seems like their developers are doing stuff to get stuff done faster, and also PlayStation is doing the marketing and stuff, which does reduce the budget. But a thing I've seen people kicking around is the size of Square Enix games. Like, currently I'm working on the Platinum Trophy for FF7 Rebirth, and wow, is it fun, but this takes about 150 to 200 hours. And I've seen people on the development side saying these big games are eventually going to be a bit of an albatross. They're increasing development size, they're increasing development time, they're increasing play time, and it's making it so that if people only are going to buy one game, they'll buy yours, right? I think this is an interesting predicament. Like, if everybody is releasing a 200-hour long game, you're not going to buy all of them, you're going to buy one.
Yeah, but Rebirth is not a 200-hour long game. That's if you want to platinum it. That's very different. Like, Assassin's Creed Valhalla or whatever is like a 60-hour game. Assassin's Creed previously was like, what, 10 to 15 hours? That's the issue, is the story of these games is becoming filler to where it used to be you have like this streamlined story experience, and then you have all this additional shit you can do on the side if you want to bump it out to like a 60 to 70 hour experience. Like, that's the thing, is it's no longer like, oh yeah, it's a 10 to 15 hour campaign, and then there's a ton of extra content you can engage with if you want to. Because like Rebirth is like a 30-hour game if you don't do all the side shit and collectible shit and open world activities and VR missions and all that type of stuff. It's like a 20, no, not 20. It's like 30 to 40 hours, I would say, which isn't massive. That's about in line with the Final Fantasy game. But if you want to do all the extra shit, then yeah, it can take that long. But you're also forgetting that, you know, to get the platinum in Final Fantasy Rebirth, you have to play through the game like 2 times. So that's not really a fair thing to say, like, oh, it takes 150 hours to beat. It's like, no, because you have to beat it normally, and then you have to play it again on hard. So you're not doing one playthrough in 150 hours to platinum it. You're doing multiple. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is like one of those games I played for like 10 hours, didn't touch it for 3 months. Played it for 10 hours, didn't touch it for 3 months, and then I eventually, finally finished that shit. It's way too fucking long.
One, right? But it's interesting to get this from the creator of Yakuza. Now, this dude, obviously, endless respect. I am a massive fan of the Yakuza games. I would say I've beaten about 95%. I haven't beaten the newest Yakuza games, but this series has always been a fascinating dichotomy because they're games that continue to evolve, but in tiny increments. Like, each Yakuza game takes place in the same spot of this fictional area of Japan called Kamurocho, but each game has relatively the same map. They add on extra areas, new side quests, cool mini games and stuff like that, but no Yakuza games of the early series, like for the first 6 entries, none of them really did a massive evolution jump. But now they have started to make bigger leaps. People in the comment section even pointing out the fact that, honestly, now they're starting to do crazy stuff. Like, now they're putting you in different places like Yokohama, or the newest game is just a massive Hawaii map, and they had to even give you, what do they call those, segways to try and get around and stuff like that. But I think his point is more about this, that as games get less original, they are selling less. Like, he does point this out. There are not a lot of completely original games now, especially overseas. Looking at the situation, I think the number of console games in the lives of ordinary gamers is a little excessive. There's still so many titles being released, but I feel like the era of games where the volume is the selling point is coming to an end.
Everybody be asking me, man, does the Bluetooth actually work?
Oh, shit.
You get a month for free.
Now, this is his specific point, and I think it's an interesting one, which is the idea that
Hell yeah, dude. You guys need some Blue Chew.
you can no longer just bet on the idea of a big game. You know, you can no longer just say, hey, here's Horizon Forbidden West. It's hundreds and hundreds of hours of fantastic graphics and cool robotic dinosaurs and stuff. I feel like people are starting to get a bit burnt on that and saying, okay, what else? You know, that's no longer impressive. It's beginning to remind me a bit of the evolution of graphics. Like, people are still wowed by good graphics, of course. There's, of course, videos and stuff whenever they're doing stuff like this. Is unfortunately the canceled game, The Valley of Gods, that Valve, they bought the studio and they just ended up absorbing all the developers. But this kind of stuff alone used to sell a game. You used to just be able to present crazy good graphics and you'd sell 1 million copies, right? I feel like the age of gaming has shifted a bit because now
Every game has good graphics nowadays. Good graphics is like a given. Now, I'm not talking about like photorealism, but it's like pretty much every modern game has good graphics for the most part, other than something like maybe South of Midnight from Microslop, but that's another story entirely because it's deliberately ugly.
people are starting to say, okay, these games look good, but will they play good? I think gamers are starting to get dissatisfied by the fact that it feels like games are beginning to kind of have to need something different. That je ne sais quoi, that spark, that love, that, let's face it, a lot of stuff just does not have now. I think part of the reason I'm so sad about FF7 Rebirth not being the biggest game of the year is because, honestly, it is so fun. It is so crazy. Like, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 was already incredibly good, right? It was like 85 hours of goodness, 75 hours of goodness.
It was not 75 hours, bro. Not even close. What? Bro, Final Fantasy VII Remake is not 75 hours. I did all the side quests in that game and it wasn't 75 fucking hours. It was like maybe 35. What the hell is he talking about, dude? It is not a 75-hour game.
Somewhere in there, whereas you can easily spend 3 times as much hours played in FF7 Rebirth. It's a bigger map with more mini-games, more craziness, more incredibly good plot.
Yeah, you can, but you don't have to.
Insane graphics. But even with all of...
Like, I don't do all the Ubisoft collectathon shit in their games. Like, I didn't collect all the feathers in Assassin's Creed 2 on my first playthrough. Like, you don't have to do all the open world shit if you don't want to. I mean, you can if you want, but if you want a streamlined, like, 30-hour experience, it's there. You can choose to make it as long or as short as you want it, unlike something else in your life.
Of that, it's not enough to actually hook people, because I think a lot of people look at it and go, okay, I ain't played the first game, or I beat the first game. Do I want 3 times more than that? I feel like developers are starting to get to the spot where they don't know how to grab people anymore. Like, think about it. Even these teases here, the Wonder Woman game, we don't know anything about it. We just saw a picture of Wonder Woman and Xbox said, hey, we're making Wonder Woman. What does that mean? Even this, I like Insomniac, but the fact that they're like, oh, we're just making a Wolverine game. These games still are being announced years and years and years before they come out. Like this. I think we should stop revealing games 6 years before they come out and they cost $1 billion to finish. I put this in here just because I think it looks cool. I miss games that manage to just be mid-budget. I've been talking about that, but also I think that this example here, the reason I put it in the video is that I feel like Dead Space as an aesthetic, just to use it as a specific example, it has a vibe. It has a love. It has a passion in it that is so unique that even when you take a drop of it and convert it into a different aspect ratio or a different point of view, like this example here of making it an isometric horror game, that love carries over. And I'm starting to think that part of the problem just in general about video games is that they're starting to just be business focused, like announcing the freaking title card of Elder Scrolls 6 before we even had Starfield.
Yeah, that shit was dumb as fuck, but they did it just because people kept pestering them, so I get why, but yeah, now people are going to pester them even more, so. iSiler with the 5. Here, I'll take a look real quick. I don't care what anybody says. This Indiana Jones combat looks fucking yeah, it does. It's terrible. I love machine games, but I think them making an Indiana Jones game only stifles the type of action adventure game I know they are capable of making. Yeah, they're making some shitty walking sim stealth game.
Mist, hat ihn umgelegt. Come on. Oh, das tat echt weh.
With a stamina meter, too. Which makes it even worse.
In a brawl, you need to hold your own with powerful combos, blocks, and defensive parrying. Precisely timing and mixing up these moves is critical to landing a knockout combo or a classic finisher. You'll combine these brawling skills with your whip, your revolver, and anything within reach for amazingly creative combat.
It looks terrible. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, this game looks like absolute shit. I don't think anybody's excited for it. I've seen no hype for it at all.
This was a mistake. This game is still in development. I saw this comment yesterday. I forgot to screenshot it. I don't remember where I saw it, but it was really interesting where someone said, I hate that as gamers, we have to understand business now. Back in the day, you'd buy something, you'd play it. Oh, Final Fantasy X is out. Oh, Final Fantasy XI is going to be an MMO. You got a gaming magazine, and what did they discuss? The gameplay, new screenshots, cool stuff about some company trying to work on some big secret project, some crazy secret cryptic trailer from Hideo Kojima. That's what we talked about. Whereas now, just in order to grasp gaming, I do think that to some degree, we get more invested in the business side of it because it is indicative about what they're actually able to do. Like by watching the financial reports of stuff like, I don't know, From Software, we understand like, oh man, they have infinite budget now. Like Elden Ring was such a big game that was so fun, that was so mainstream. I think it sold like 25 million copies. Oh man, now we know whatever the next game's going to be, even if it is a tinier scale, it's going to be top notch and have infinite freaking focused directly on that project. Or Capcom continues to just absolutely kill it. So we can assume, oh, Monster Hunter Wilds is probably going to be insane. Oh, Resident Evil 9 is probably going to be insane. There is this weird thing now where I feel like it's harder to just disconnect and like a game. No matter what, you kind of always have that background radiation of the business that needs to succeed, even if you really wish you could unplug from it. I don't know. This was just a rambly rant. I wanted to talk about the fact that because I think we're going to see more and more failed games. We're going to see more and more stuff that is absolutely awesome, that is perfect, great, long, high quality, fantastic, but oh man, it just didn't sell 18 million copies, so therefore it's another financial failure. FF7 Rebirth is great, and it's even better on the Pro. Final Fantasy 16 is great, even if some people didn't like certain aspects of the plot. I'm just in a spot where, biasedly, it is weird to watch the games that are blowing It is kind of bizarre to watch in 2024 that the games I'm loving the most, that are the most entertaining, the ones that I feel like you could even just turn on and show somebody in 5 minutes, hey, here's what I'm playing, and it conveys a message. A lot of those games are still flopping somehow. And I'm not sure if it's a size problem, a marketing problem, an attention problem, or what. But at this point, something has got to change.
What game is flopping?
But what do you think? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already.
Most of the games he likes can't be shown off in 5 minutes because all you're going to do is watch a fucking movie.
Ready? And please keep dreaming. Oh, man. I'm trying to convert from Red Bull to coffee. So I've been drinking some cold brew coffee. And you know what? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, I've already had 4 of them today, but that is irrelevant. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next.
Aerith has no ballistic missiles. Yeah, she has the aristocratic build. So Aerith has the aristocratic slim build. Tifa has the busty peasant build. There you go. I sell her with the 5. What's this? Time.
I'm the team mascot, and boy, am I running late.
Indiana Jones. Oh, great. Another coffee-obsessed lefty. Yep. That's how it goes, man. Fucking stamina meter, dude. I really can't believe it.
I'm Pete Ward, audio director at Machine Games. Here to introduce you to this first-person action-adventure game that will take you on a global journey as the legendary archaeologist.
Thanks, pal.
Explore the forgotten marvels of the world with the tools you need to embark on a classic indie story. The fedora, the whip, the revolver. You'll experience what it feels like to step into the boots of the legend. Our story begins here. Professor Jones is awoken by a break-in.
All right, pal. You can't sleep here.
With a priceless relic stolen, the chase is on to uncover the mystery. Joining the chase is Gina, an Italian journalist with a quest of her own.
Yeah, but that's superstition. And I don't believe in superstition.
Neither do I. But if Voss thinks those stone relics can help the right, then we have to find them before he does.
No, you have to find them. I have to find my sister.
Standing against them is Indy's rival, archaeologist Emmerich Voss, who is plundering sites around the globe, searching for a set of mysterious artifacts. But as Indy digs deeper, he soon discovers the theft is only a small part of a grander global conspiracy.
Ich muss Sie hören, Herr Voss. Deine Relikte sind gefährlich. Sie sollen Kräfte würden, die nicht von dieser Welt sind.
Und genau deswegen will der Führer sie haben.
Luckily, Indy and Gina have a global network of allies to counter Voss.
I am Dame Noelle Sheffield-Buckley.
We made it, Henri! I'm an archaeologist.
Another one.
The game is designed around the charm and resourcefulness of our hero. You'll be thrown into this story-driven journey where Indy must hunt for clues to uncover the Great Circle's mysteries.
What do we have here?
This race for answers will take you to ancient crypts, lost civilizations, and much more. The focus for this game is adventure.
I found a key to a hidden chamber. What was this built for?
Adventure, dude. Walking down corridors.
When you venture into the unknown, we want exploration to feel truly rewarding.
We see here.
We carefully crafted each environment to encourage players to uncover clues,
Left this here.
discover valuable objects,
There we go.
and reveal hidden secrets that can aid you in your adventure.
Another time, chum.
During your adventure, Indy's versatile tools are at your disposal. It's up to you to find clever uses for each of them.
What is that?
That includes Indy's camera. Snap photos to reveal historical insights and important clues. Or, if you feel the need, use it to receive puzzle hints.
Need to direct the light to the metal discs.
The journal is your complete guide. It starts as a blank slate, but becomes a detailed archive of your journey with maps, photos, and letters. It's a reminder of where you've been, and, for the sharp observer, a hint about where to head next. Your travels will inevitably take you into restricted areas. That's where disguises come in.
I hope they fit. You should have become a man of the cloth. Found another calling.
Use of disguises can help you enter guarded areas. Ensure you avoid those who have a sharp eye for spotting trespassers.
There you are.
And of course, there's the whip, Indy's most important tool. It's a powerful weapon in combat, and a crucial tool for traversing lost ruins.
Come on, you do this to me. Just a bit further.
There, water's flowing now.
Tens of copies.
Indy's greatest tool, his mind.
Well, it's in Goyam
Just like Indy, you'll use yours to navigate buried
doesn't
tombs and
need
activate
to.
forgotten puzzles while avoiding deadly traps. Clues from the journal, traversal, and decryption are just a few of the things you'll need to figure out the solutions. Every puzzle is designed to fit seamlessly into the world. They range from smaller challenges hiding forbidden secrets to epic obstacles leading to greater mysteries.
Yeah, it's no wonder they're sticking this shit on PlayStation, man. This thing's gonna bomb. And they knew it, too.
Three.
They knew this shit was doomed.
Solving these puzzles will make you feel like the world's greatest archaeologist.
Sounds like I did something.
Dyson have engineered a machine to wash hard floors
Dude, honestly,
properly.
the vacuum might be more interesting.
Using clean water.
Key to the game's combat is to carefully decide your approach. Will you outsmart?
Watch your step, pal.
Or overpower your enemies?
And that's Professor to you.
Outsmart foes in stealth, using your environment as your greatest weapon.
Assistance.
Pick up a nearby object to distract, stun, or subdue enemies while remaining unnoticed. In a brawl, you need to hold your own with powerful combos, blocks, and defensive parrying. Precisely timing and mixing up these moves is critical to landing a knockout combo or a classic finisher. You'll combine these brawling skills with your whip, your revolver, and anything within reach for amazingly creative combat. To avoid sounding an alarm, you can carry incapacitated enemies into the shadows, out of sight from patrolling guards.
What should I do?
As you complete missions, you'll earn adventure points to expand your skill set. There are dozens of upgrades that let you customize Indy's abilities to your playstyle. The ability Lucky Hat gives Indy an extra chance to come back from a fatal blow. The Bare Hands ability strengthens Indy, letting him take down enemies.
Yeah, this honestly does make Ghostwire look better, man. It's just...
Open areas give you the freedom to find your own adventures.
Wow, love you.
In these areas, let your curiosity take you off the main path and uncover new missions, mysteries, and secrets.
Hit the trap!
But I wasn't sure.
We're about to die!
So what do we do?
Find a way out before it's crushed!
Everything is carefully researched and crafted to authentically recreate the vibrant 1930s.
What are you selling?
I think I have something for you.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe this would tease open your money pouch.
Exploring with a keen eye is essential to making discoveries. Like an underground fight club.
Oh my god.
While the vividly recreated locations you visit have a clear goal driving the story forward, you'll always feel enticed to explore the world and discover the many secrets hiding around every corner.
Which locks do you open? This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Scared of snakes, Brother Jones?
We can't wait to bring you along for this journey we poured our hearts into. For you to experience the wonderful places, meet our charming cast of
For a
characters,
modern
and discover the
gaming
secrets of the great circle.
audience.
Ow! Son of a...
For a modern gaming audience. Hell yeah, dude.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Goy Pass Slop. But man, I can already see how hard it's going to bomb, just like the last movie. Wrong product at the wrong time. The game awaits the same fate as Suicide Squad. Probably, man. Don't like the first person? Yeah, that's what I'd say. I wish it... Yeah, everybody wants it to be third person, man. I don't understand why they went first person. It's going to make the game feel even more slow. Nope, I will not be buying it. If I play it, it will be in Goy Pass. Which we'll see. I don't know why they'd be trying to avoid Uncharted when Uncharted is literally an Indiana Jones copy. Like, Uncharted and Tomb Raider are literally ripped off from Indiana Jones anyway. So who cares? That shit wouldn't even matter. Yeah, that's probably true, because then people will say that Uncharted's the better third person. Yeah, I guess so. I guess. Yeah, that could be it. It's they don't want anyone comparing how bad their game is to Uncharted and Tomb Raider. That could be it. I settled with the 2, having so much fun. That's right, man.
But gosh dang it, I've had so much fun playing it.
And Oski Woski with the 2, enjoy. Let's see. Oh, BioShock, nice. Yeah, this was one of those
Rated
games
M
that got
for
like
mature.
a massive downgrade, according to a lot of people. Everyone thought this is how the game was actually going to look, which it's not, but... Prequel Gears is the only reason to own Xbox? Not really. It's going to go to PlayStation then. There's a reason why they're making a prequel and not Gears 6. Yeah, but it doesn't look this good, which is what they made it seem like it was going to be. The character models are way different.
BioShock
too.
Infinite, in stores March 26th.
Oh, no. Not the busty mountain, babe. Hooker DeWitt? Yeah, basically, that's what she is. Let's see.
What's up, gamers? Dreamcast Guy here, and today we're going to talk about. Hey there, gamers! Dreamcast Guy here, and today we're talking about the PlayStation 5 because Sony has just announced a price drop. But there's some good news and there's some bad news. It's temporary and it's not as big as I would probably like. But let's discuss it. Let's take a look at the digits. Hi, hope you're having a great.
Yeah, that's the story of my life, bro. That's always what I hear. It's not as big as I would have liked.
Day, and if you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So today is technically the 4th anniversary of the release of the PlayStation 5, so I feel like this is kind of basically connected to that. So when the PlayStation 5 initially came out, it felt like it had so much hype around it, you know? It had crazy next-gen graphics, we got this fancy controller with haptic triggers and stuff like that, and of course, the solid state it made it where games didn't have load times. It was a very interesting time, but since the PlayStation 5 initially came out, I know a lot of people have been saying, this system is pretty dang expensive. I wish that we would get a price cut. I mean, think about it. 4 years into the console cycle, by this point, I think we'd had 3 price cuts for the PlayStation 3. I think we had 2 price cuts by the PlayStation 4, 4 years into it. But with this one, not only does it stay the same price, they have increased the price of the PS5 in multiple markets. So they just announced they are lowering the price of the all-digital edition, which is typically $450. They're reducing the price down to $380. So it is getting a $70 price drop. Now that to me, I'm taking this as a W up front. I did notice a lot of people are saying...
I think they're lowering the price of the disc version too. I think both of them are getting a discount.
Okay, this is pretty awesome, but this should be the new price. I 100% I have been talking a lot about how we need a permanent price drop. I've been saying in videos now for pretty much the last year, ever since
Why would they do a permanent price drop? If the console is selling as is, why would you charge less money for something? The only reason you decrease the price of something is to increase sales volume. If the sales volume is already doing fine, there's no need to decrease the price. That's basic economics.
I got my PlayStation 5 Slim, I did an unboxing video, and a solid third of that video was kind of just saying, how is this system still as expensive as it is? So this price drop, it's cool, but...
Yeah, exactly. The Switch has not had a singular price drop in 8 fucking years. They don't even go on sale. The only sale you get on Nintendo consoles is when Nintendo gives you Mario Kart 8 with the old version of the Switch.
What we know so far, it is only the all-digital edition. It's not the PlayStation 5 Pro. Obviously, that's not getting a price cut. That just came out. It's not the disc edition of the Slim. It is purely the all-digital, discless drive version of the PlayStation 5. So that does kind of suck. Now, leakers had been hinting at this for a bit. I know Deceptive Seeds has been talking about this for a bit. So the fact that it's actually here, that's cool. A $70 price cut until Christmas. I still feel like I am excited about this because it does mean that people that are buying holiday shoppings and stuff like that, now you're probably going to be incentivized to buy an extra game.
Yeah, that's a really good price, honestly. That's pretty cheap. $370 for a console? That's not bad.
An extra controller. I mean, realistically, you're probably going to buy a disc drive for it. But this price cut, when I first heard...
No, realistically, you're not. Most people don't buy discs anymore.
About it, I'm pleasantly shocked, but I wanted to take a look at it. So they announced this in a new...
From Barbie. I shouldn't have. Verizon Whole Home Wi-Fi. So
PlayStation 5 trailer called Play Has No Limits. And I'm shocked to see this, but the video is being downvote bombed pretty hard. I feel like most PlayStation videos on the PlayStation channel, they get a ton of likes, right? You know, people love the PlayStation. There's a lot of very happy people.
It's too expensive.
People out there playing a lot of PlayStation games. Pretty much the entire comment section, though, is people pissed. Vertical stand sold separately. Yep, that's still weird.
Yeah, these are a bunch of Redditors.
Drive sold separately. Play has no limits, but your wallet does. Button sold separately for the player.
Bro, they're really bitching about a console going on sale. Yeah, there's no pleasing the Redditors, man.
Play has no limits. Yeah. The price also has no limits. Literally, every single comment is complaining about the price. And I think part of the reason this is interesting...
Hold on.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Is because I just haven't seen this amount of like cash blowback against Sony since they revealed the PlayStation 3 back in the day. What was that? That system was like $600 back in the day, which if you judge for inflation, if you adjust it, it'd be like $800 today. The fact that they won't drop the price more, I think part of the reason I'm confused about this is two separate things. One, the fact that it's temporary is very, very bizarre to me. I just feel like make it permanent because, especially if it causes a good spike, maybe this is like some effort to get sales up. I saw some tweets today where people were saying that PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch are in a weird spot right now, and so is the Xbox. Nobody's buying the Xbox, so we're not even going to include them in this equation. But there is not a must-have PS5 game, and there's not a must-have Nintendo Switch game this year. There has been.
I buy the Xbox.
For the last couple of years, there was God of War Ragnarok. Then, of course, we had Spider-Man 2. Those things not just sell copies of the game, but they sell systems. This is a very well-known, very classic business strategy. As you get your biggest game ready in late October or early November, so people buy your system at Christmas to wrap up and give to the kiddos, right? So the fact that they're doing a temporary price cut, I think this is trying to make sure they can maintain the highest sales possible for the PlayStation 5 during this current...
No, it's because what are people going to do the second they buy an all-digital console? They're going to go home and spend a couple $100 on digital games, which means Sony's going to walk out with over $70 in their 30% cut of the sale of all those games. So it's smart. People are going to go out, buy the digital console, go and spend money on the PlayStation digital store, and they're going to recoup all their money immediately that they just discounted the price of the console by. So it's very smart if you ask me. But no, just the typical Black Friday deal. The PS5 went down to $400 last year. So it's normal. I don't know. Each generation of the 5, since we didn't get to it yesterday. All right, I'll take a look in a second.
content drought where we don't have a big crazy game. I mean, other than Astrobot. But Astrobot, as good as it is, I don't know if that's the mainstream hype of something like
Nah, that shit bombed.
Horizon Forbidden West or something like that. But the other part of this is something...
Well, that shit bombed too, but...
I feel like it's weird to me that Sony is keeping the system so expensive. We know it is a very well-known fact that a big chunk of PlayStation's profitability is the fact that they take a 30% cut on anything sold through the PlayStation Store, whether it's Fortnite V-Bucks or Call of Duty microtransactions or just buying a full-priced copy of Monster Hunter Wilds or something like that, right? That's what makes them billions and billions of dollars. So my frame of mind has always been make the system as cheap as you possibly can, because even if you lose a little bit up front, that licensing cost, that cut, that's the...
They don't have to make it cheap, though. The console's selling regardless of the price, so why would they make it cheaper if they don't have to? Any games I'm looking forward to... I don't even know what's coming out next year, to be honest, man. So, as things sit right now, I can't think of any. I guess Monster Hunter, there you go. That's one. I can't really think of anything else.
The real profitability. The fact that the systems stay so expensive, I wonder what the back end is. I wonder how much they're paying to make these systems. Is it really costing them like $400 to make this $450 system? Because I do feel like it would be a boon to their business. It would make them a lot more money up front if they could find a way to slash this cost. I mean, I'm going to throw out something really, really dramatic, right? I think... Personally, if they could find a way to get the PlayStation 5 Slim Digital Edition down to like $300 or $350, I think it would just decimate the console wars, especially because there are some rumors that perhaps the next...
They already have decimated the console wars. What are you talking about? They don't need to make it $300, dude. They've already decimated Xbox. There's no need. You're just throwing away money at that point. No company's going to do that shit. That's like telling Apple, like, oh, yeah, Apple, you could decimate the cell phone marketplace in the United States if you charged $400 less for your iPhone Pro Maxes. It's like, well, we already have 70% of the market share. What the fuck else do we need? Like, there's no point. Why would you throw away $400 per phone when you're already outselling everybody else by massive quantities? It's just stupid. It's leaving money on the table for no good reason.
Nintendo Switch might cost $400 or $500 or something at launch. I think that if they can get the PlayStation 5 as cheap as possible while having the most exclusives, the biggest games, the coolest graphics, in my opinion, an extremely good controller, a really big online community, I feel like they would completely wreck the rest of this console generation. But I just feel like this price cut, I am happier the most. It is still dumb. They don't give us the digital freaking vertical stand. It's weird they don't give you a disc drive. But if we're just judging this at face value, I'm happy for a $70 price cut. I just wish it was permanent and even bigger of a discount. But what do you guys think about the PlayStation 5 Slim finally getting a discount? Do you think this should apply to the disc drive edition? And are you happy about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. I actually have a separate video coming out here in a bit about the GTA Definitive Edition trilogy. I actually filmed that video already, but they fixed the GTA Definitive Edition trilogy, and I played it.
Oh boy!
On PS5. So I'm going to show you some gameplay and stuff, but that's the next video.
It better be.
What's it,
Okay,
Keepers? Your guest guy here, and
I was about to get pissed. Let's see. So what is this
All right, chat.
Garbage. Absolute garbage.
All right, chat. So, throughout the course of this stream, I talked about some of those tariffs that Donald Trump has been talking so much about and how they're not as great as Donald Trump has been making them out to be. And it looks like people who voted for Donald Trump are starting to see that already, and he's not even in office yet. But I want to take a look at this post by the CBS News. It says, as Donald Trump readies to return to the Oval Office, U.S. retailers that depend on foreign suppliers are prepared to pass along the cost of his proposed import tariffs to consumers, potentially leading to higher prices for a range of products. This is exactly
what
I talked about. Some of you guys in chat, let me get some ones.
Watch it not happen. Ready?
Chat, if you guys remember this, I said this like a month or two ago, that his obsession with tariffs, like, it doesn't work the way he thinks it's going to work. His whole thing is, I want to lower taxes for the working class, and I want to make, foreign importers pay those taxes instead through tariffs. And the reason this doesn't fucking work is because we're already dealing with insane levels of inflation when it comes to, like, purchasing goods and whatnot. And this is just going to make it worse.
Not foreign importers. Oh my god.
Because, yes, you can tariff the fuck out of
Chinese companies, not American companies importing from... He's dumb.
All these import goods, but who's going to pay those costs in the long run? It's the consumer. Those
China.
costs have to go somewhere, and those costs are going to be passed along to consumers. And it's going to end up in your wallet. I said that months ago, and now people are starting to see that that's the case. So let's dive into this article.
Tipster's worried about his food budget going down.
On CBS. Let's take a look at it. Trump's win could lead companies to push up prices. Here's why. As President-elect Donald Trump readies to return to the Oval Office, U.S. retailers that depend on foreign suppliers are prepared to pass along the cost of his proposed import tariffs to consumers, potentially leading to higher prices for a range of products. Americans stand to lose between $46 billion and $78 billion in spending power each year on products, including apparel, toys, furniture, household appliances, footwear, and good travel goods due to the new tariffs the National Retail Federation stated in findings released Monday. You know, these are things that the average American consumer consumes pretty regularly, and now you're about to pay a hell of a lot more for these things. It's kind of like him saying,
watch it not happen. Why didn't it happen the first time, Tippy? We had zero inflation and positive wage growth during the first 4 years of Trump, where he imposed tariffs. Why the fuck would it be different this time?
saying he was going to build a wall and make Mexico pay for it. He built the wall, but Mexico didn't pay for it. He didn't even finish building the wall. He put a little bit of fencing and called it a day. Like, he didn't even succeed at the things that he promised his voter base he was going to do last time. But it's true. You're totally right.
Yeah, he only put up 500 miles, and then the Biden administration threw out the rest. So, you know, you sure did own him, fucking Tippy. Good job. You're so knowledgeable.
Retailers rely heavily on imported products and manufacturing components so that they can offer their customers a variety of products at affordable prices. That's the thing, right? This isn't even like direct imports of goods, okay? This is also going to affect, you know, products that are manufactured here in the States, but they use resources as part of that manufacturing process that are imported goods. So it's going to affect even products that are manufactured here.
Like what? What specifically?
NRF Vice President of Supply Chain and Customer Policy Jonathan Gold said in a statement, the tariff is a tax paid by the U.S. importer, not a foreign country or the exporter. This tax ultimately comes out of the consumer's pockets through higher prices. Exactly. Anything that causes the manufacturing process or the distribution of the goods to cost more is going to result in higher prices for the consumer every time. For example, a $40 toaster oven would retail for $48 to $52 after the tariffs, while a $50 pair of rice.
Oh my God, they don't understand how tariffs work. No. So a $40 toaster oven, this is what's so stupid, is let's say you have a Chinese company, okay? They make a product, it costs them $10 to make it. They sell it for $40. They make $30 on every unit sold. They have to keep the price of the toaster, let's say, at $40 in order to remain competitive with local businesses, like locally made U.S. toaster ovens, let's say, because the local ones are like $45 or whatever. So China will have two options. Either they can raise the price of their fucking thing. You know, let's say a $10 tariff gets put on them. They can raise the price $10, or they just make $20 per unit instead of $30. What's the more likely scenario? They raise the price $10, which then makes people buy the locally made one versus the Chinese brand, or they just cut into their profit margin a little bit. Because that's the realistic thing, is they're just going to eat into their profit margin because they want to maintain market dominance. So the U.S. is taking in $10 per unit sold, which then we can use to subsidize key industries to then reduce costs even further and continue to undercut the Chinese. So it's dumb, bro. It doesn't work like, oh, well, if you put a 10% tariff, things get 10% more expensive. That's retarded. That's not how it fucking works. At all. Anyone with anything other than a fucking first grade understanding of economics could tell you that's not how it works. You don't just go, oh, there is a 25% tax increase, so now prices go up 25%. No. That's not how it works. No. No company that is intelligent does that shit.
Running shoes would jump to 59 to 64, according to the industry trade group. A $2,000 mattress and box spring would set you back almost over $2,100, says the NRF. During President-elect Trump's first term in office, his administration imposed tariffs of up to 25% on more than $360 billion in products from China. President Joe Biden's White House kept...
Then why did we not have inflation during Trump's term, you fucking dunce? If he put these tariffs into place during his first term, why did we have 1% inflation? 1%. If this is such a catastrophic idea, how the fuck Did it not turn out like everybody's fear-mongering over?
Most of those tariffs and added more onto goods, including Chinese electric cars and microchips. Now, Trump has said he plans to impose 60% tax on goods. He wants to do up to 60% tax on goods coming.
Oh my God, this is a lie. This is a flat-out lie. That's not what he said.
From China. And whether we like to acknowledge it or not, we consume a lot of goods that are either manufactured or just outright sourced from China. That is a lot of fucking money that's going to cost you for your shiny new iPhone or whatever the fuck it is that you buy. And 10% to 20% levy on all of the $3 trillion in foreign goods the U.S. imports annually. Such sweeping tariffs would reignite inflation, as they would mostly be paid by U.S. consumers. So that's one of the biggest things that was on the minds of voters this past election.
That's
like
not what he said.
It's going to go up with Trump. You voted in hopes that the prices of goods would go down. They're going to go up now. Unbelievable. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has warned, offering a general view widely shared by other economists on both sides of the political aisle. A consistent theoretical and empirical finding in economics is that domestic consumer.
Janet Yellen? Yeah, a Democrat fucking shill that Obama has his hand up her fucking ass and uses her as a fucking sock puppet? Yeah, nobody cares.
And domestic firms bear the burden of a tariff, not the foreign country. The nonpartisan budget lab at Yale University stated in an analysis published in mid-October. Trump has repeatedly
Yale! Wow, guys, if it comes from Yale, it has to be true.
Foot the bill, telling a gathering last month at the Economic Club of Chicago that the countries will pay the tariffs. In reality, American importers pay the tariffs to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency when their goods cross the border. These policy steps would amount to regressive tax cuts, only partially paid for by regressive tax increases, and cost a typical middle income household it'll cost them about $1,700 in increased taxes a year, according to economists at the Peterson Institution for International Economics. The proposed tariffs would shift tax burdens from the well-off to the lower-income Americans. The nonprofit also stated in a policy brief published in August. So all those benefits that he's claiming that we're going to get from these tariffs, it's not happening. Tipster, tell your viewers to buy their new computers now because
it's not happening. Then why did Biden keep them and expand them, Tippy? If they were so evil and Donald Trump was so wrong, why did our current administration that you love so much keep his tariffs and expand them further?
You're not gonna in the next 4 years if he does push the tariffs. Yeah, your shiny new computer. If you're looking at getting a new computer,
he has no fucking clue what he's even talking about, and it shows.
Getting it a lot sooner because once he imposes those tariffs, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more. For now, it's unclear when the new Trump regime could seek to stiffen tariffs. The process to complete legislation required to raise the levies could take nearly a year, so any adverse impact might not be felt until 2016, according to Oxford Economics. Harvard University professor and former U.S. Treasury Secretary Lawrence Summers questioned the wisdom of taxing imports, noting the potential impact on prices. For parents, we're coming up on the holiday season, and most of our toys are imported from China, Summers tweeted on Thanksgiving Day. Trump has argued that the tariffs compel American companies to make goods on U.S. soil.
Well, Trump won't be president during Thanksgiving and Christmas, so you don't have to worry about it. Again, lies and fear-mongering.
Than purchasing from foreign suppliers.
Thanks for the sub, you fucking simp.
Thank you for the sub, I do appreciate it.
88 became a subscriber. Hello, everyone in the chat.
Excuse me. Thank you very much for that sub, I do appreciate it. Sorry, my throat got a little bit dry there. Let me wet my whistle real quick. Sorry about that. But this is what I'm talking about, though. Like, it doesn't just affect, like, you know, he's claiming that he wants to do the tariffs to take the tax burden off of the Americans. Okay, so let's say hypothetically it works the way he claims it's going to work. Oh, it'll encourage American companies to make their goods on U.S. soil. Well, then how are you going to, you know, this plan of making all this money, you know, in place of taxing Americans more that you plan to get through tariffs? Where's that money come from then? You know, if the goal, like, let's say hypothetically speaking, it actually works and it gets more American companies to produce more goods in our country, like, how are you going to get that money that you plan to get from the tariffs then? But not only that, but
you wouldn't need to because you'd have more people employed and on the payroll. It would shift all that money that's being spent overseas in China back to domestic production, which would equate to more jobs and therefore more income tax revenue because the number of people being employed would increase. You fucking dumbass. Think about it for more than 10 seconds, Tippy. It's not too hard to figure out.
Just because a company might manufacture goods in the United States, it doesn't mean they don't still need supplies as part of their manufacturing process that might be imported into this country. So it could still even potentially...
Like what? What fucking resource does China have that we don't? Name one, Tippy. What resource does China have that we use in production that we don't fucking have? What do they have? What is this thing? Is it China-dium or some shit that you can only find in the fucking mountains of China? That's needed for every, you know, mechanical device? No. All the shit that we get from China is just fucking cheap slavery. That is China's export. Cheap slave labor. That is literally all China has to offer, is slave labor.
Impact them then. Not only are the goods going to cost more because they're manufactured here, but they're also going to cost more because the resources they need to manufacture their goods are being tariffed to hell and back. So it doesn't work. It literally just doesn't work. But some companies have other plans. If we get tariffs, we will pass those tariff costs back to the consumer. Philip Daniel, CEO of vehicle part supplier AutoZone, told Wall Street analysts in an earnings call in late September. We'll generally raise prices ahead of, we know what tariffs will be. We generally raise prices ahead of that. So a lot of these companies, already in anticipation for the tariffs, are already raising their prices. Most suppliers to AutoZone include companies based in China, India, Germany, and Germany, according to the company. Stanley Black & Decker CEO Donald Allen Jr. said last week his tool-producing company has been planning for the possibility of additional tariffs on imports since the spring. Obviously, coming out of the gate, there would be price increases associated with tariffs that we would put into the market. Allen downplayed the idea of moving manufacturing back to the U.S., saying it would not be cost-effective. The company's options could include moving production and aspects of the supply chain to different parts of the world, including from China to other parts of Asia and possibly Mexico, the executive said. So even the thing he claims is going to happen as a result of these tariffs, it'll encourage American companies to bring manufacturing back to America. These are like people who are executives at these companies saying, no, if anything, we're probably going to outsource even more. So no matter how you slice it up, his plan for these tariffs does not work. Such a shift has already been made by Shelton, Connecticut-based Acme United, which now has its Westcott brand
Then
product.
why has Biden left that shit up, bro? Tipster, you love the Biden administration so much. Why hasn't Biden gotten rid of the tariffs? If the tariffs are so bad, why are they still in place?
Products like rulers made in Thailand and the Philippines, avoiding the tariffs targeting China, CEO Walter Johnson said in October earnings call. Acme also switched production of certain medical products to India, Egypt, and U.S. plants in Florida, North Carolina, and Washington State, the executive said. The business have also stocked up, placing bigger than usual import orders ahead of new tariffs taking hold as the U.S. imported 11% more Chinese products in July and August than they did during the same 2-month period a year ago, according to the Consensus Bureau. By the way, CBS News, fix your fucking website. You guys see how ridiculous like these jumping ads are? Like the menu bar is supposed to be at the top of the page, and it's like, what the fuck? Fix your fucking website. Anyway, that pretty much goes over it in any case. There's one more thing I want to show you guys from the Occupy Democrats Instagram page. And I don't know if this story has been vetted, but I wanted to show you guys it anyways.
Occupy Democrats.
Take it with a grain of salt because it might not have been vetted. But I want to show you guys this because it
Oh
looks
my
like
God. Trump is guilty. Project 2025. Roe versus Wade. Stop Trump. Gun reform now. Never Trump. Ban assault weapons. Daily memes? Black Lives Matter. Lock him up. Tim Walz. January 6th. Political memes. Liberal memes. Breaking news. Best memes. SCOTUS. LGBTQ. Oh my God. These are not real human beings, man.
some, Trump voters are already starting to see the ramifications of their decision. Results have already started. This is from an American woman today. My husband works for a small manufacturing company, and here in southwestern Pennsylvania, that means mostly employees are Trump voters. When the president of the company sat them down today to tell them their annual Christmas bonus would not come this year because they now need to purchase at least a year's worth of products prior to January 21st due to the proposed tariffs, they did not understand. My husband said that their president had to explain what a tariff is and how it will directly hurt their company. They all thought the foreign company paid the tariff. This is the level of ignorance voting against their own interests in Pennsylvania, how they were failed, where we failed American women and children last night. They're starting to see the impact of this already. Because of stuff like this. This is the outcome of this election, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, on things that totally fucking happened, dude. This is number one, right?
It's really crazy to see.
And it just so happened to be in a swing state, too. Wow. Oh my God, dude. A fucking Instagram page called Occupy Democrats has a random fucking message from someone who happens to live in a swing state that now, because mean old Donald Trump is president, they're not getting their Christmas bonuses anymore. Like, you have to, this is insane, bro. Yeah, next, their 5-year-old child walks into the room and says, "Mommy, why can't I have an abortion? Why are my bodily rights being taken away from me? What if I'm raped? Am I supposed to raise that child?" And I looked at her and said, "Sweetie, I don't know what to say." Yeah, it totally happened, dude. It totally fucking happened. It's like, bro, come on.
What I was talking about, how the average American doesn't understand this stuff. So if Donald Trump packages it in a way that sounds good to them, they vote for it. And now they're going to see the negative impacts of it, and they're going to start to regret it. It's just it's too little too late. If you think it's bad now, if he actually goes forward with these tariffs, it's only going to get worse. It's going to be a really hard 4 years for the working class. Unbelievable.
Yeah, just like it was in 2016 through 2020, right? It sucked to be working class. Real wages went up, taxes went down, but, the working class suffered so much. Oh, wait, that was under Biden. Oops. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. He is getting fatter, dude. He's probably stress eating because he's afraid of Donald Trump, bro. Tipster's probably really afraid of RFK taking away the fast food. He's probably nervous that RFK is going to get rid of all his fucking gullet filler. You're not afraid of Donald Trump, Britt? Well, what can I do to change your mind? Yeah, without his seed oils, dude, how is he going to maintain his, amazing physique? His impeccable physique will, come into, I guess, question. Tipster might actually drop weight. Who could imagine? Lol, Trump seems like the best president I've seen so far, and I've lived through all 3 of them. That's right, Brett. There's only been 3 presidents. You're so smart. Good job. Yeah, apparently Trump was the original snitch on Jeffrey Epstein back in 2005, too, so kind of interesting. He was not on the island, so he never went to the island. He actually kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago when he found out the type of shit he was doing. So, if I don't play the Stellar Cheeks trailer, oh, we can watch it if you want. It's fine. Oh, there we go. Wow, I'm surprised it's not age restricted. I'm actually shocked. Nanda. Hell yeah, dude. A2. The best Nier girl by far. I don't know if he's ever going to make another Nier game. I mean, Yoko Taro has been working on a new game for what? What has it been? 7 years now? So, who fucking knows, dude? Griffin, what does non-dio mean? I don't fucking know. It's just some shit they say in anime. Just checking something real quick. I don't think I have anything else. Drakengard would be cool. Bruh. Drakengard is peak Coomer shit. Like, the whole premise is to collect your, like... I don't even know the best way to describe it. Like, your somewhat daughters, male lovers, and form a harem. Like, it's really weird, honestly. Drakengard 3 is very odd. The first two aren't as weird, but they're still weird. Yeah, there's not really too much happening right now. Oh, the Nier update's free. They're not charging for it. It's free. I believe, at least. Yeah, it's been kind of dead lately. There hasn't been too much drama. It's almost 4. Did I watch Colt's new video? Oh, I can see what it is. Let's see. Colt East, it'll pop up. Finally, Microsoft confirms Series X and S upgrade. Oh boy.
In 3,
ray tracing plus 120 FPS. That shit ain't happening.
3, 2, 1.
I'm just a
already
stunt guy.
setting himself up.
We're midway.
He's already setting himself up for disappointment. He's just so dumb.
Way through the console generation with the Xbox Series S and X. And Microsoft have decided not to bring a pro mid-gen console to market. Game engines are getting more
Yes, they did, dude. It was the Series X.
demanding, and fans are asking for higher fidelity graphics in big AAA games. But Xbox and AMD have partnered to use even more power right now from the Xbox Series X console, and it's going to make games look and play better than ever. Xbox Series X still has a bit of headroom left over once concessions are made, and part of what fans can look forward to with their current console lays out a roadmap for sharper and faster responding games when they move into next generation. But it can happen right now. AMD is working on continued software support for Xbox Series S and X that will increase resolution presentation and leave a performance budget for better frame rates. Developers on high-clip workflows like Unreal Engine 5 now have access to software-based boost upgrades to performance on set hardware like the Xbox Series X. The consoles are based on RDNA 2 architecture, the early 2020 era AMD set of hardware features for games. AMD is working on combining the current RDNA into a unified UNDA. The introduction of AMD...
What in the fuck are these sound effects? He doesn't even know what this shit means, bro.
UNDA architecture could have several impacts on console gaming.
Oh yeah, it could.
Like enhanced performance. By unifying RDNA and CDNA, AMD can streamline their development process, potentially leading to more powerful and efficient GPUs on current hardware. This could translate to a better graphics, higher frame rates, and overall improved performance. Improved capability. A unified architecture means that developers can more easily optimize games across different platforms, including consoles. This could lead to more consistent gaming experiences and quicker adaptation of new technologies. Advanced features. With a combined strength of RDNA and CDNA, UNDA might see advanced features like better ray tracing, AI-driven enhancements, and more sophisticated physics simulations becoming a standard in console games. Future-proofing. This unified approach could make it easier for consoles to stay relevant longer, as updates and improvements can be more seamlessly integrated.
But I thought Microsoft was starting next generation in 2026, so why do they need to make it more long-lasting? Aren't they throwing this generation away? I don't know. iStyler with the 5, like the old Rich video, the Xbox is going to download more. Yeah, basically. That's what it sounds like.
Into the existing architecture. This means Xbox didn't need a Pro model. Overall, AMD's UDNA architecture promises to bring a host of benefits to Xbox, potentially making future consoles more powerful, versatile, and capable of delivering cutting-edge gaming experiences. In 2025, AMD is expected to introduce some new exciting software-based support for the current consoles. Jack Huna of AMD said, quote, "Going forward, we're thinking about not just RDNA 5 or RDNA 6, RDNA 7, but UNDA architecture. We plan the next 3 generations because once we get the optimizations, I don't want to have to change the memory hierarchy and then we lose a lot of optimizations. So we're kind of forcing that issue about full forward and backward compatibility. We do that on Xbox today. It's very doable, but requires advanced planning. It's a lot more work to do, but that's the direction we're going," close quote. One clear potential pain point has been the lack of dedicated AI acceleration units in RDNA, especially in the current Xbox Series S and X. NVIDIA brought Tensor cores to the entire RTX lineup way back in 2018. AMD has only had the limited AI acceleration in RDNA, and that all changes.
Oh god, apparently there's a fucking review for that Gladiator 2 movie out, and it says, Gladiator 2 review, are you not entertained? No, not really. Paul Mescal disappoints in this dreary, Marvel-esque sequel. I knew they were gonna fuck it up, man. That's why I didn't get excited for it. But yeah, it seems like it's gonna be yet another fucking Marvel banger, dude.
With FSR 4.0. Right now, modern games coming out in 2024 and into the near future are utilizing the latest version of Fidelity Super Resolution, moving from FSR 3 into FSR 4. Xbox will soon be taking advantage of FSR 4, the next level AI upscaler, which also aims to improve increased resolutions, allowing developers to target native 1080p while making the game look more like 4K, which also leaves more room in the performance budget to increase frame rates. Right now, FSR 2 and 3 have seen some 10 to 15 frames per second performance boosts, but not enough to make the leap from a game stuck at 30 FPS to be boosted up to 60. Let's take a look at the upcoming Monster Hunter Wilds on Xbox Series X, a game in the RE Capcom engine that is so demanding on the CPU level that it is set to run at only 30 FPS even on the PS5 Pro. Without a true performance mode, this will also be an issue with the brand new mid-gen console for PlayStation. In the 2020s and looking forward into the next generation in the next decade, we are seeing Moore's Law come to life, where hardware cannot keep up with advancing software and the game designs and game engines. This leads many fans to fear the return to 30 FPS midway through the console generation, whether they have a Pro model or not. As developers strive to make their games look better and be more immersive, the compromise takes current consoles to a 30 FPS holdback like we saw last generation. But FSR 4 is so advanced over previous FSR versions like the current 3.0 we saw over the past 2 years that a performance budget could leave enough headroom to take a game that runs at just 30 to make the leap with sharper AI upscale machine learning resolution to actually run at 60 FPS, meaning the game will look smooth and it will look crisp. Something that wasn't possible on the current hardware without the help of AI accelerated hardware this far into its development. It's critical to understand that right now, AI upscaling will be doing most of the heavy lifting for modern consoles and into the future. Xbox promises their next generation to be more technologically advanced than ever before, but if you read between the lines, they're really saying their AI system will be second to none for console. AMD's FSR 4.0 leverages AI algorithms for frame generation and frame interpolation, aiming to improve efficiency and performance. Normally, this comes with graphical artifacts, bugs and glitches, or latency that you can feel behind the controls. But the new FSR 4.0 aims to improve that efficiency and performance while also giving you tactile feel behind the controls. FSR 4.0 is open source and architecture agnostic, meaning it
this is just a bunch of buzzword garbage, bro.
can work across a wide range of GPUs, including non-AMD hardware, but it's purpose-made.
This is pure buzzword garbage.
But with this partnership and support with AMD, you should see a great improvement on Xbox Series consoles. Upcoming Unreal Engine titles like the Marvel 1943 game showing an incredibly high fidelity level of detail and superior realism at 30 FPS. And hardware experts have been warning console fans they may see a return to games at 30 FPS. Next year's Grand Theft Auto 6 will be one of the biggest hallmarks of modern gaming, with a touted level of realism that has not yet been matched, according to developers. And they're expecting GTA 6 to run at 30 FPS on PS5 and Xbox, even the PS5 Pro. But the question is, will there be enough performance boost to take GTA 6 from 30 to 60 FPS? Looking into the future beyond the Xbox Series console generation, and Microsoft will use Auto SR, their own stronger competitor to NVIDIA that can be combined.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a stronger competitor to NVIDIA. Definitely.
With AMD to give us sharper graphics, better performance, and finally allow developers to work on getting...
Yeah, I'm sure, dude. Microsoft has done what AMD has not been able to do, and they have completely destroyed NVIDIA once and for all. Jesus Christ, man.
These games more immersive, highly detailed, and more interactive than ever before. This is CultEastWood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I've covered a lot of the software and hardware features in the Xbox Series X, and some of that stuff hasn't panned out, but AMD has continued to...
Some of that stuff hasn't panned out, but this sure as shit will. Believe it, man.
To support the consoles, and one of the things I understood as Xbox went into the mid-generation and PlayStation announced that they were doing a PS5 Pro is that Xbox is probably going to have a shorter generation than the PS5 will. In fact, there are rumors, and I've covered them here on the channel.
Well, that's why I had a fucking piece of nut in my mouth. Hold up, Paul. But yeah. Dude, yeah. They've never panned out, but this will, guys. 100%. Shit. This is 100% certain to pan out. Don't worry. Trust the will of Phil.
Oh, that Xbox might be pushing into next generation.
Shit. Fuck, dude. It's all about the tools. Exactly.
In 2026, or even as late as 2027. And if they're doing a handheld, some of these machine learning AMD FSR things are really going to do most of the heavy lifting for consoles, making the games look and feel great without all...
God damn. Yeah, I shouldn't have bust that nut in my... Hold up. Shit. Yeah, the nut is hitting hard, bro. It went all the way down my throat. It's interfering with my windpipe.
All the stress and budget for developers when they make games. And I hope that's what they're really concentrating on, because right now the games need to make it to the next level. And I feel like a lot of what we've played over the past few years has been just another sequel of a sequel of the great 360 PS3 generation. And I want them to take everything.
Yeah, I hate it when a fucking nut gets lodged down at the base of my throat. Shit sucks.
Into a whole new set, a whole new way that we play games and how they feel. If you end up liking this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel.
Sucks
Hit the
like
bell if you want to be
wet
notified
dick in
of
a
new
fucking
content that
Olive
goes
Garden parking
forward on
lot.
the channel every week. You can do that by hitting the join button below over there. And also you can join the Patreon. We've got a couple of tiers there if you want to check that out. Links are in the description, and that'll get you early access for videos, some 10 to 12 hours before they go up, and get you monthly merch giveaways. Got some new merch coming out as well. Check that out on Spring. That's in the description. But the Excellency Podcast is where we'll be talking a bunch about this. Some of the more insight with Middle Age Game Guy. We do that show every Monday for about 2 hours at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And thanks for checking out that show as well. But what do you think about FSR? Has it really made a difference in games? I know just about a year.
Dude, I do have, like, it's a chunk of fucking cashews or whatever the fuck I was eating, so. Shit. All right, I've got, like, really bad hiccups now. That's fucking annoying. I hate hiccups. But it's because, basically, it's caused whenever your flap that covers your windpipe gets fucked with. When you swallow something, like if something gets stuck on or near it, it triggers the hiccups. And I know what it is because I just coughed up a chunk of the fucking nut. So, yeah. It's just... Oh my god. I stopped eating cashews after seeing a of a TikTok of worms. Well, I don't have worms inside my cashews, bro. I'm good. Yeah, but nobody's around to give me a pat on the back, bro. Unless my dog... Unless my dog learns to do it himself, which ain't gonna happen. About to throw up? Well, that's what it is. It's your gag reflex, basically. It's because, like, your body's trying to clear your windpipe of any sort of debris. Shit. Because, like, you have a little flap that covers your windpipe when you swallow, like, fluids or fucking food. And what it is your muscle in your throat spasming, trying to clear that flap off. So whatever it is that's irritating it doesn't go into your lung. It's basically, holy shit, dude. That's irritating as fuck. It just, they have to go away. Because even if the thing is dislodged, damn, man. Yeah, that's how you know I'm not gay, bro. I have a shitty gag reflex. There you go. But yeah, you either have to wash it away or just hope it goes away. Do we have anything else we want to watch? Fucking shit. Damn. I definitely feel something stuck. Damn. Dude, holding your breath does not work. That's all superstition. It's because your body detects something stuck. It has to dislodge. Holding your breath does not magically make them go away. That's like a superstition thing. Fuck. That's like literally fucking, you know, housewife medicine shit. I don't think. Jesus Christ, bro. That's irritating as fuck. Is there anything else? Nah, the peanut butter's for my dog. Wait. Let's see. Holy fuck, dude. That's so irritating. These aren't as bad as I've had before, so not terrible. Most sauce? I know. Gargling with warm milk cures sick. Nah, I heard warm, hot, sticky cum works a lot fucking better.
Bro, here comes a big hot load of PlayStation 5s. Oh man, it's so thick.
Yeah, it coats your throat and then, you know, clears anything out. That sounded like a moan. Yeah, I hate when I have hiccups. Oh my god. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. There's not really much going on. The Dragon Age stuff, shit, dude, is kind of played out. I don't really think there's anything left to cover on that. I'm just looking at the headlines. We got PSVR 2. Nobody fucking cares. Stalker 2 Massive download size revealed. PS5 Pro, PSSR surpasses. Nobody cares. Nintendo Black Friday, PS price drop. We did that. Yakuza creator, nobody cares. PlayStation Portal, nobody cares. Halo Studio says never say no. Fucking shit, dude. For Master Chief Collection mods on Xbox. No, fuck me, bro. I need to stop talking, I guess. Because that's probably what it is. Stop choking on nuts? Well, stop sticking them down my throat, bro. Easy solution. Holy fuck. Yeah, it's because I'm talking, so. I don't think, yeah, there's nothing really else. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Nintendo lowering development costs. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't see anything. Unless there's something going on. Tell yourself hiccups aren't real. Oh my god, dude. That'll totally work. Guys, hiccups aren't real. No way. Yeah, that doesn't help. God damn, bro. I think I got whatever it was. I think it just, hold on. Nope. It's still there. The hiccups are cured. No, when I just last coughed, I had another batch. I think I'm going to hop off, guys. My throat is obviously cooked, and I'm not trying to lose my voice. So I'm going to hop off for the night before I embarrass myself again with another moan, quote unquote, from the nut in my throat. So have a wonderful evening, everybody. Holy shit. Yeah, my throat's going to get fucked up now. Great. Yeah, the next thing you know, I'm going to lose my voice. So have a wonderful night. Enjoy whatever day it is tomorrow. What is it? Wednesday. And yeah. Jesus Christ. Taken out by hiccups. No, I just need to stop talking is the problem, so. Bro, I literally just hiccuped, so I don't know what you mean. Like, oh, they're not real, dude. I literally just did it like 20 seconds ago. But anyway. Yeah, every time I cough, I hiccup at the same time. So, that doesn't help. Saying, oh yeah, they don't exist, dude. That's like saying the fucking tooth fairy exists and then waking up and finding $50 under your pillow. It's not gonna happen. So, anyway. Fuck. Have a good one, guys. I will talk to everybody, I guess, later today. So, peace out.